Okay, so we're going to conclude this reaction to a video by a content creator by the name of Wheat Waffles, as you can see here. And I agree with them, and I want to finish this reaction to his video, and I want to conclude with some of my commentary for you guys. It's very important. Check this out.
On their mind, wanting an attractive boyfriend simply because he'll look good on social media.
This is the superficialness, this part of the reason why when you deal with these women, you got to deal with them from a position of strength, not caring about dude or how he look. Don't let guys like this affect you. This is the type of guys, when you follow the things that I say, when you have the mindset that I try to show you and teach you to have, these the dudes that's going to be a problem for you at work. Because they're going to believe in their mind that you should be kissing up behind them, trying to be their friend, this, that, and the other. And when you don't, when you listen to content creators like me, the feminine side of these type of guys comes out. Now they're trying to get you in trouble at work. Now they're gossiping about you. Now they're sowing discord about you, backbiting you. Because in his mind, you should be beneath him. You should be inferior to him. But in your mind, you're not supposed to be inferior to anyone. This is where I don't agree with Wheat Waffles. Yes, he's right when he says things like looks affect everything. Yeah, with superficial people. With superficial people.
And they can't risk damaging their reputation by posting some ugly guy on their profile. Therefore,
see, this is, what he does is he judges like guys' appearance. Like you see that red number? That's his judge of this guy right here. Now, this guy right here that he's showing, the way he should view these women is realize that most of them are 304s, no matter how they look, no matter who they like, they're basket cases. You got to start viewing these women for what most of them are: a waste of time, a nag, smelly, and think about it, man. Think about it. If you pick up they 28-day cycle rag, we'll just call it, you take a sniff of it. I was a janitor on several occasions where, and when you enter the bathroom, sometimes they have these rags that women don't use. You don't even have to be close to the majority of them. When you pick up the bag to throw it in the garbage, it's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you. See, they act like this, but they smell like fish. But hey, man, who keeping score? A lot of them, some of them do a good job of hygiene.
or even if there is a man out there who they would date for his personality, there is a decrease in the likelihood she'll date him, as she realizes she could get laughed at online for being with someone.
Now, this is why most of them are single. They want to blame us, blame yourself, and blame social media. And the third thing you could blame is your addiction to it. It's your fault. It's your fault. These women, man, it's like they go online, oh, you so pretty, you so pretty, you so pretty. Then they go home. Why don't you ever tell me I'm pretty? Maybe because he's going to work with that guy that I showed you on the picture that is draining him, having to deal with him to support you.
On average to below average in looks. Anyway, that's the major problem.
Man, F these bras.
Instagram and
F these bras. You could put forget if you want to, if you're a Christian or whatever, just say forget. But F, you can fill in the blank. So let's look at what he's saying right here. How Instagram affects dating, inflates women's standards. Men undercut one another. Absolutely, they do. Dirty macking. Like they say things like, "You like him?" Y'all see that? That's what these guys do, in part because of social media. Women SE-actualize themselves. Looks is more important.
How it affects dating for guys. But when we move over to TikTok, things
Now check this
here
out.
are arguably worse. The biggest problem caused by TikTok is it inflates women's perceptions of male attractiveness.
Yeah, I see that, right? Waffle says, and I agree with him, the biggest problem with TikTok is it inflates women's perceptives of attractiveness.
TikTok uses a discovery algorithm to show the audience videos they
And
might
ain't that
enjoy.
TikTok
And the biggest
Ain't that TikTok you can use the filters? But hey, man, who keeping score? Let's keep going.
input to the algorithm is watch time, i.e. how much time a person spends watching a clip before swiping away. Anyway, you can see from this compilation there are a lot of attractive girls. But for...
Okay, so let's stop for a second. These are the people that you are in traffic with. Think about it. If they got a entitled attitude, they're going to drive like a entitled person. They're going to be cutting you off. They're going to be thinking, like here in Wisconsin, they done start blowing at people for turning. Like getting mad because they have to turn and you're behind them. I'm telling you, social media is a large part of all this stuff.
Women who use TikTok, their algorithm floods them with the best looking guys. Because when they come across a top 5% looks guy.
Now imagine your son looks like the guy he said was a 4, has to go to school with this dude, right? He gonna have to watch this dude, all the friends, all the girls like him. And let's say that dude watches me, where he look at him like, man, this dude ain't nobody. This is when bullying happens. This is when cyberbullying happens. Because it be these guys like this being brought back down to earth.
On TikTok, they are likely to give him a fraction more attention and watch time than they would for an average to below average looks guy. And therefore, when she opens the app next time, there is an increased chance she'll be shown the attractive guy, thus reinforcing the algorithm's feedback loop. Furthermore, because all women are likely...
Now, all of these platforms have algorithms that do similar things as this. Some people learn how to get around it. Some people learn how to deal with it. But let's keep going.
behaving the same, the discovery overloads them with exclusively top
Gotta deal with these guys.
And this is why you see on TikTok the vast majority of men look like this, which in the eyes of women in their late teens and early 20s.
So when you don't look like that, what happens? What happens is they're gonna waste your time. They're gonna put you in the friend zone. They're gonna act entitled. If you mess around and marry them, and if their mother say, well, he's a nice guy, I like him, you probably gonna end up divorced because she gonna treat you like crap because she gonna be sneaking around with these dudes right here.
These are the most attractive men available. What are the consequences of this? Well, when women are bombarded with only seeing the most attractive guys, it skews their perception on what a justifiable look standard is.
And this is why they're so superficial. This is why they're so hypergamous. This is why they, like, sometimes, here's what happens. A lot of guys got the girl when their looks were all the way up. As they start to age, these women, from guys who want to put it in them, oh, you're so beautiful, you're this, you're that. So now they looking at you. The aging guy, you might still look decent, but now the problems are being created in part because these platforms.
So, to put simply, a woman might see all the top 5% guys, and from this, pick the middle guy as having enough of a looks level
Yeah.
so she would date.
He look like
However,
Justin Bieber.
when she goes back in the real world, the guys in her class,
Yeah,
college,
these the
work,
dudes that's gonna take care of her. These the dudes that's gonna take care of her kids. That if she have them with them, but because she hooked on him, she gonna mess her relationship up. Like I told y'all, most of these women are messing their own relationships up. But in their mind, they're princesses, they're entitled, so they think it's you. It's always the man's fault.
or friends will likely be nowhere near the standards she's used to on TikTok.
Yeah.
Therefore, she rejects these men and waits on.
She rejects them. These dudes smash and dash her. So now, when she done rejected them, they find unicorns and they go on happily ever after, or they become passport brothers, or they become red pill, and so now she's left with nothing.
The imaginary TikTok guy who doesn't exist in real life. Secondly, the problems TikTok causes is dual-ended. So far, I've talked mainly about the problems on the consumer side. However, there's debatably a bigger impact to a smaller number of people.
So I think we're gonna have to make a part 3 to this. We're gonna end up having to make a part 3 because it's so much more to cover on this. Like he hasn't even gotten to Tinder yet. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back with part 3. So you guys stay tuned. This is Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.